Hi. I was just going to talk about something that's really important to me. About actually a year ago today, my grandfather died. The day I found out that he died was probably one of the most heartbreaking and most beautiful days of my life. My grandpa's name was Edward Wilson. He was Native American in Oklahoma, Lenape, Delaware tribe, so I am half Indian. His son is my father. He was a really great guy. He took care of me whenever I was little, and he took care of my mom. And he was my best friend, really. We used to do everything together when I was little. We went, to different parks and to theme parks and traveled and things like that. And he showed me nature, and he showed me love, and it was just a really beautiful relationship while it lasted. My username on YouTube is TalkingXBird. I had to put the X in there because somebody already had Talking Bird, but if you listen to Death Cab for Cutie, their most recent complete album had a song on it called Talking Bird. I love that song. I love birds. I've always loved birds since I was little. I've loved birds because my grandpa introduced me once again to animals and to nature. I have this picture of he and I when I was little. And I'm in my little pajamas, long johns, little pink long johns, and he has this baby robin bird on his finger, and I'm petting it, and I'm just pumped up. I loved that bird. We rescued it together. It fell out of a tree, and we nursed it back to health. And then whenever it was better, we let it go. He had a huge respect for nature and for creation. Just something awesome that I learned from him. I have a really cool story. I think it's pretty cool. The day that I found out that he had passed, I have it written down. I wrote it down that day or the next day or something like that. And I read back over it this morning at 3 in the morning when I realized that it has been a year. I think it's beautiful. I think God is beautiful. If you want to read or listen or whatever, if you want to hear my story about that, and if you want to know why I think it's so cool, I'm going to leave a link over in the sidebar of a blog. Probably on MySpace, you can read it. If you have Facebook, if you're friends with me on Facebook, you can just go in my notes area. It's under Peace. I think you might appreciate it. Anyway, sorry if this was a bummer. I just felt like I needed to blog this, and I have grown so much over this last year as a woman, as a person, as a follower of Christ, and I know that this day in my life a year ago, I'll never forget it, and I'll never forget how much peace and how much comfort I was given. It's sad. I know that we've probably all experienced some kind of loss like that, and I think, he was the first important person in my life, somebody that I've really, really loved and cared for in my family that passed away, and he's the only one that has since. I'm just really thankful that there is so much beauty and so much growth in the experience amongst the grief. I have this flower. It's dried and flattened. Either my grandmother or my aunt bought me flowers that day, and I just took one of them and dried it out, and I've kept it in a safe place since. I'm not real big on, and I try not to be real big on, like, keeping material things and thinking that they're, you know, so important. It reminds me every time I look at it, and I see beauty every time I look at it, and find strength. It just takes me back. I know that in the times that we are so heartbroken and so hurt, and in pain, that God is still just as alive as he was yesterday and the day before that, and as he will be tomorrow. And I know from experience that he is there to, you know, save you from that pain. I'm not trying to be preachy. This is not one of those things that I feel is okay to keep to myself. I would really love for you to go read what I wrote. It's not too long. If you don't want to, that's fine. Anyway, thanks for watching. I hope you all have a blessed day. Bye.